Alright everyone, in this video, titignan po natin ang Double Dragon using a multi-time frame approach. And then the reason for this is para lang kaya natin siyang suriin ng mas maigi and we can make better plans for it moving forward assuming this is something that interests you. Okay? Now, for this video, we're starting off at the 3-month or quarterly na time frame. And the reason for that is kung titignan natin, I'm gonna zoom in really tight, okay? Kung mapapansin nyo, may pink and green lines. Actually, ayaw na pala niya. Yun na yung pinakasagad ko. Okay? Yung green lines, yung dotted green, that is the range of this candle here. That's Q4 2021. Now, during the first quarter of 2022, we actually tried to trade both beneath, very, very slightly. Kung may kita nyo yung pink line, it's at 6.8 and above this candle. Pero, at the end of it all, by the close of the quarter, we're still within the range of this candle here. Okay? Now, I've taken the liberty of placing the levels for both those ranges or for both those extreme highs and lows on the chart for now para kapag baba natin sa monthly time frame, mas kita natin yung range or yung area that we're working with. But before we go down, even from this quarterly time frame, kitang-kita naman na naka-downtrend tayo. Na kahit sa ang angulo mo pa tignan, things are looking quite bearish for Double Dragon. Okay? Also, before we head down, we need to understand na in this time frame at least, para masabi natin na meron na tayong pupuntahan, we need to break above itong 10.6 or the high of the Q4 2021 candle. Diba? We tried to do it, we failed. So at the very least, para masabi natin na pwede magpatuloy pataas, we need to see a break of 10.6. Now, let's move down to the monthly chart and then we can study it further from here. So, mas pwede kong i-zoom in, no? Diba? So, mas clear ng konti. But again, before we do that, kitang-kita, lalo na dito sa time frame na to, yung patuloy na pag-downtrend niya. We are talking about high, lower high, high, low, lower high, diba? Lower low, lower high, lower low, and so on, no? You can put it wherever you like, but at the end of the day, textbook downtrend. Okay? Wala pa tayong nakikitang any sort of reversal just yet. Kasi talagang patuloy lang yung lower highs and lower lows eh. Okay? Now, let's zoom in, no? Like we discussed. So, from here, mas nakikita nyo yung delineation. Let me take off yung volume lang sandali. Nung green area. So, ito yung high. Ito yung low. And nung pink area. So, makikita natin kahit sa monthly chart, despite numerous attempts, in this case, dalawa, to break above tong 10.6, talagang ayaw. Diba? Nagfe-fail siya. It keeps rejecting and pushing us back down to the downside. Now, from here, ano yung pwede nating maging expectation? Number one, syempre, pwede nating isipin na baka mag-range lang tayo sa area na to. Diba? Hindi naman nakakagulat yun kasi so far, yun yung nangyayari eh. Diba? We can move up a little higher and then reject, baba ulit, and then we'll see na mag-range tayo dito for the foreseeable future. The other thing that we can discern from this is, kung titingnan nyo tong candle na to, we have been closing beneath the lows of each candle, okay? Beneath the lows of each candle, except for this month so far. In fact, we have broken above the high of this candle here, which is 8.38, and the low of this candle here, which is 8.3, no? So we've broken above that and we're currently at 8.6. Meaning we've broken above etong range ng candle na to and we might try to push towards yung high end ng candle na yan. Does that mean na dapat bullish na tayo kaagad? I would argue na hindi. Kasi structurally speaking, sumusunod pa rin naman siya doon sa script natin na baka nag-range lang siya at least dito sa monthly chart natin. Diba? Kung napapansin nyo, dito hindi pa ako naglalagay ng mga levels, di pa tayo naglalagay ng mga segments because I wanted to discuss ng mas focused sa mga specific candles more so than patterns yung pwedeng paggalawan ng price. Kunyari ito, nag-range tayo. Does it matter na nag-hammer to dito? For me, I would argue na hindi. the location isn't the best, even yung itsura ng hammer isn't the best. Diba? Just because we ended up pushing to the upside, it doesn't necessarily mean na, oh, this is the best hammer in the world. Kailangan lahat ng ganyang klaseng candlestick pattern i-trade na natin. Siyempre, overall, context pa rin ang tinitignan natin. And as we said, in this particular context, mukhang nag-range pa rin tayo. Now, let's move down sa weekly time frame and then I'm gonna put on the levels na para mapag-usapan natin in even further detail itong Double Dragon. Now, dito sa weekly chart, mas meron tayong nakikitang signs of life, kumbaga kahit pa paano. Diba? I've removed yung mga purple na levels natin kanina, yung pink na dotted line, kasi meron na rin naman tayong mga nakalagay na levels dun eh. Pero I've left behind yung mga green areas just to highlight number 1, na tingnan natin yung nangyari dito. We broke above it, pero the very next candle, binawi natin agad. Usually, kapag nakakita kayo ng ganyan, meaning a break above a key level, that's immediately parang revoked, binawi agad. Kadalasan, very bearish sign yung ganon. Siyempre, that's not, 100% accurate all the time, no? There are instances na mangyayari to pero tutuloy pa rin pataas. But you will notice if you go look at a lot of charts na very often, whenever this occurs, to the downside yung continued move. Okay? So, that's a good assignment for you guys, no? If you want, go back, study charts, and you will notice na whenever you see something like this, hindi nagiging maganda ang kasunod na resulta. Okay? Now, ano pa yung pwede nating pansinin dito? Number 1, sinegment na natin yung mga levels nitong DD. And where we closed this week is actually above tong level na to of 8.38. Why is 8.38 an important area? Kasi kung titignan natin, that's an inflection point, no? That's the low here and the high here. So it has acted as both support and resistance before. So the fact na we were able to break above it, for me, is a good sign. Number 2, we were able to break above tong 8.38 by technically forming a higher low. So ito yung previous low natin. Kung saan tayo nag-bounce is essentially a higher low. Now, from the weekly chart, para masabi natin na meron na nagbago do sa structure, what we actually need to see break is itong 9 pesos na area. A break above nitong 9 pesos will essentially take out yung previous lower high that led yung move to the downside. Diba? Kasi ito yung last swing high natin eh. Yes, it's not a perfect swing high, no? But again, if you look at it from the perspective na alin ba yung iniwanan niya ng parang mini high bago tayo bumaksak, ito yun eh. So from this time frame, we're looking to see kung kaya natin mabasag tong 9.05 kasi if we do, yung next na ine-expect natin is for price to move from 9.05 to potentially 9.81. Yan yung next na untog natin. Again, if you look at 9.81, it acted as support here and support there, no? So if and when that area breaks, then pwede natin i-expect na baka ma-revisit yung high end nung range natin from Q4 2021, which is 10.6. Tapos kung mabasag yung 10.6, then lalabas ulit yung possibility na ma-revisit natin itong mga resistance levels na nag-form along the way at 11.46 and 12.2. But as you can see from this multi-time frame approach, maraming kailangan mangyari before we can set our expectations higher. Kasi right now, we are still under yung overall trend na pababa eh. 'Di ba? Yes, may good sign tayo dito, no? And kung titingnan natin, may good sign din na ito yung previous low, nag-form tayo ng high, tas possible ito yung higher low. So those are all good signs. That's all, good and well, no? Pero para sa akin, kailangan pa rin ma-take out tong 9.05, 9.06 based on this weekly swing high na siya yung nag-a-act as potential, kumbaga, trigger na masasabi natin na, uy, teka, nag-form tayo ng higher low, diba? Ito, nag-form tayo ng higher high. Baka ito na yung hinihintay nating pagkakataon to potentially get in and see some type of reversal. Now, before we go to the daily chart, reminder lang ulit, whenever I say reversal, okay, may iilang tao that seem to think na dapat from there wala nang babaan. Kailangan lumilipad na tayo. That's not true. A reversal can be short-lived. and still be a reversal. A reversal doesn't have to be something na mangyayari long term. Okay? Yes, a lot of people when they think of reversals, ganun yung gusto nila. Na hindi, dapat long term na to, reversal na eh. But that's not true. Pwedeng ma-reverse ang downtrend ng panandalian, pero eventually, susunod pa rin siya sa overall flow ng price, sa overall flow ng market. Okay? Pwede rin na yung reversal is a start of something that could lead to na mas long term yung resulta. But we don't know that's gonna happen until it does. Okay? So just keep that in mind para lang hindi tayo nagkakaroon ng undue expectations sa market, tas magagalit tayo when it doesn't happen, tas sasabihin natin budol or nanloloko or manipulated and so on, no? Okay? Now, from here, let's move down to the daily time frame and break this down even further to see kung meron ba tayong mga pwede or hindi pwedeng gawin or pwede or hindi pwedeng tingnan dito sa Double Dragon. Alright, so dito sa daily chart, allow me to zoom out, okay, a little bit. Kasi I don't want to focus too much on one area and then we miss out on the bigger picture, no? Now, ang nakikita natin dito is yun nga, we have broken back above tong 8.38 and dito sa daily chart, nakikita natin na mas stark yung contrast. Mas kita natin na, oh, we did break above a potential key area. And along the way, we did form a potential higher low, di ba? This could be a high, low, higher, low, high, higher low, no? This could be a possible higher high. Perhaps this leads to something like an inverse head and shoulders pattern dito. I don't know yet. I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't control the market. But we do need to remind ourselves na kahit dito sa daily time frame, yung last swing high pa rin na kailangan natin mabasag is itong high na to. Kasi at the end of the day, possible pa rin na ito yung low, high, low, lower high, lower low. Possible pa rin na lower high dito and we just keep pushing to the downside. So we want to see a shift, a change in market structure para masabi natin na, hey, there could be something here, no? Ngayon na nasa daily chart tayo, I'll also put the volume back in. Now, as we can see, yung volume hindi naman ganong kataas pa. Okay? But there is something that seems to be going on there. Okay? At least for me. Does that necessarily mean na dapat i-trade na siya? Napupunta na siya pabalik dito sa 10.6? I would argue na hindi. Diba? We still need to understand and temper our expectations. So from here, what I want to see dito sa Double Dragon, and let me zoom in a bit, is maybe mag-pull back tayo, mag-hold tayo sa area na to, and if we get that, and we start moving higher, then the expectation is at the very least, matagman lang sana natin tong 9.05. Diba? If that happens, we tag 9.05, we observe what happens next. If we can break that, then I think yung next na pupuntahan ng price would be around 9.8. Diba? Anything beyond that, for now, medyo bonus. Kasi syempre, iniisip natin na oo, sige, pwedeng magkaroon ng possible na reversal. Nakikita natin siya dito. Pero hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na dapat for months on end reversal na tayo. Kasi after all, umangat tayo dito, ang laki na binaksak eh. Diba? So, hindi natin dapat pangunahan. We look at it from one level at a time. At least that's what I do. Now, pagdating natin dito sa 9.8 at mabasag pa yan, ano naman yung tinitignan natin next? Doon na pumapasok yung high-end nung quarterly range na pinag-usapan natin that came from Q4 2021, which is 10.6. And if that breaks, again, nakikita naman natin gano'ng ka-crucial tong level na to eh. Dito, nag-act as resistance, support, tapos when it broke down, yan din yung nag-act as resistance ulit before we push lower. So if we can break that, then hindi naaagulat na from there, mabalikan natin yung 11.46 and then 12.2. Now, having said all of that, we do need to discuss yung potential downside. Saan tayo maaakita ng mas severe na potential downside? Well, unang-una, as we said, kung kunwari ito fake out lang, sabihin natin next candle niya, isang malaking red candle na binawi lang ulit yung move mo. As we discussed, that usually tends to be somewhat negative, no? Diba? Parang kunyari, ganito. Kinain to, yung level, nag-break lang ulit beneath. Diba? Anong nangyari? Bumaksak. Parang ganyan, no? So, possible na ganyan yung mangyari dito. Kung ganyan yung mangyari, ang tinitingnan natin, mag-hold ba itong 7.44? Why 7.44 important? Kasi siya yung nag-previously act as resistance dito and siya rin technically yung support ng mini range na to. Okay? Ngayon, kung nabasag yung 7.44, then pwede nating isipin na okay, sige. From there, babalikan natin yung bottom end ng Q4 2021 range which is 6.86 or isipin na lang natin in terms of an area which is itong from 6.8 hanggang 6.85-86 na area. Kung mabasag pa yan, obviously, new 52-week low tayo and by then, there would be no question na kahit anong angulo mo tignan, nagpatuloy na yung downtrend natin. Kasi dito, pwede pa tayo magkaroon ng minor arguments na, hindi ba kasi ganito or hindi ba kasi ganyan? And that's fine, no? I always welcome healthy arguments when it comes to analysis. But kung mabasag to, wala nang ifs and buts yun. Wala nang argument. Pag nawasak yan, bagong 52-week low tayo, continuation yun ng downtrend, period. Diba? Pwede natin sabihin, by divergence, may ganyan. It doesn't matter. Continuation yun ng downtrend, period. Okay? So for now, let's continue to observe tong DD and I hope nakatulong sa inyo tong multi-time frame analysis natin, no? I do try to put some more work in dito sa mga multi-time frame analysis natin para mas comprehensive yung pag-aaral natin ng isang particular chart as compared do sa mga normal day-to-day or daily charting sessions natin. So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit konti and may natutunan kayo kahit papano. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!